All right, you're right on time for Hope TV Newswatch on this 8th day of May 2023. A very good evening to you and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Kennedy Kimani and Boniface Muriithi will be assisting with the sign language interpretation. Azimio leader Raila Odinga has called on members of parliament to resist the Finance Bill 2023. Fronted by the Kenya Kwanza government, Odinga has termed the bill as a piece of punishment that Kenyans should be deeply concerned about, arguing that despite President William Ruto's promise to lessen the burden of low-income earners, he has made the situation worse.
The finance bill prepared by the Kenya Kwanza regime, spelling out how they want to raise money in the 2023-2024 financial year, is a piece of punishment that Kenyans should be deeply concerned about. We wish to make it clear from the outset that as a party, we will try our best to ensure that this anti-people budget is not passed by the National Assembly. In the event that Kenya Kwanza uses its hired majority and passes the bill as it is, we want the people of Kenya to understand that it is Kenya Kwanza's bill. It is the Kenya Kwanza's budget. It will be a Kenya Kwanza strangling Kenyans. We will instruct our members of parliament to have nothing to do with it.
President William Ruto has said that the government is committed to making Kenya an attractive investment destination. Speaking on Monday during a business forum in Netherlands, the head of state said that the government has put in place incentives to attract foreign businesses.
The decision we have made is that any VAT tax returns that are due and verified, if they are not paid within 6 months by our Kenya Revenue Authority, you are free to deduct whatever amounts from your other tax liabilities. You can pay us minus what we owe you, so that becomes easy. Because we've seen that in some cases, some of the tax refunds have taken a year, sometimes 2 years. So we have taken the liberty from KRA to pay when they want. We have told them they must pay within 6 months. And if they don't pay, you're free to deduct from your other tax liabilities.
Moving on, and UDA Vice Chair and Iyala Member of Parliament Hassan Omar has cautiously praised Azimio leader Raila Odinga for getting his troops back to the negotiation table with Kenya Kwanza. Speaking in Mombasa, Omar said Raila should stop politicizing everything and let President William Ruto embark on the economic transformation of the country.
Sisi twawajua, sisi tumekuwa ndani ya ODM. Watatafuta sababu kusema baada kama miezi michache kwamba yale makubaliano hayakuenda mbele, warudi tena maandamano. Sababu wao wanataka kufanya hivi ni kwa vile Ruto ameweza kuimarisha ama ameweka msingi wa kuimarisha uchumi wa Kenya, na wao wanataka kusabotage uchumi wetu. Leo ameona katika wiki moja kuna nchi kuliko Japan. Hatukwenda sisi, wankuja wao. Hamkumuona yule Prime Minister ya Japan? Kuna nchi kuliko Ujerumani. Hatukwenda sisi, wankuja wao. Kuna yule Biden, si akatutumia bibi yake hapa. Nchi kubwa ndani ya ulimwengu wanatambua Kenya na demokrasia ya Kenya na uongozi wa Kenya na serikali ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo wakaona uhasidi. Wajua Waswahili husema hasidi? Mara tu tukasikia mimi ninashinda kura, sijui watu waende maandamano. Sisi twasema wewe endelea na mazungumzo. Ile kura ile serikali ambayo wewe utaipata peke yake ni siku ukishindana na sisi 2027 ukitushinda. Kama hukutuweza kutushinda ulipokuwa na deep state, ulipokuwa na Uhuru Kenyatta, Ulipokuwa na wale watu wote, basi utaweza kutushinda wakati William Ruto ndio rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya.
Now, in a bid to decongest Kenyan prisons, Interior CS Kithure Kindiki has said that his ministry is working with the judiciary to develop alternative sentencing programs, including suspended sentences for petty offenders. Speaking on Monday during his visit to the Mwea GK prison in Kirinyaga County, Kindiki committed to a target of 50% reduction in prison population, at the same time stating that the government has initiated and drafted a new correctional services policy for the country, which he says is awaiting cabinet approval.
We have initiated and drafted a new correctional services policy for our country. It is waiting cabinet approval. In another 1 month or so, we'll have a new modern correctional services policy for the Republic of Kenya. At the same time, we are going in the next 3 months to review the Prisons Act, Cap 90. We'll also review Cap 91, 92, that is the Boston Institutions Act, and the Probation Act, to make sure that we modernize our correctional services to be relevant to the 21st century.
Well, it's time for a short news break here on Hope TV News. We'll still have more stories after the break. See you on the other side.
Hope TV is where you look and live, with an excellent selection of the best Christian programming consisting of local and international content, of inspirational stories, talk shows, Bible commentary, youth, health shows, children entertainment, contemporary gospel music, extended times of worship, live broadcast, news, movies, drama, Christian ministry programs, and so much more. Hope TV is another quality service from Christ is the Answer Ministries, with over 45% of authentic and credible local content every week. Hope TV is a sister station to Hope FM, Kenya's leading Christian radio station, with footprints across the country. Tune in to Hope TV, where you look and live.
Thank you for watching Hope TV, the station where you look and live. For feedback regarding our programming, you can WhatsApp us through 0708 222 323, SMS 22232, website www.hopemediakenya.org, or scan the QR code below.
Welcome back. The Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association has expressed concerns over the death of a senior judicial staff who was shot dead by a unknown gunman on our way to work in Migori County. In a statement, KMJA President Derek Kuto said they were shocked by the mysterious death of Phoebe Auma, who was shot while on a motorcycle, saying that many judicial offices are living in fear due to lack of security for magistrates.
And it is with a lot of sorrow that the Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association, KMJA, has learned of the demise of Miss Phoebe Auma, who until her death was stationed at Migori Law Courts. Miss Auma was shot dead by a known gunman while being carried on a motorcycle. And we know that investigations are now ongoing. On behalf of the KMJA, I wish to convey our sincere condolences to the family of our departed sister, and we are poorer with her passing on. This tragic incident comes at the time when the security situation for honorable judges magistrates, cadis, and judicial staff is alarmingly bad. It should also be noted that the work that our members do exposes them to a lot of risks. These are issues that have been raised for as long as I can remember. It's only fair that the President of the Republic of Kenya, who has the ultimate authority in this country, be made aware of the dire situation. Because the issue is, the issue of security is not good. And while we know that there have been agencies which have been told about this issue, a lot needs to be done. And because the ultimate authority is with the president, it's important that he knows what is happening.
Now, in a bid to improve the provision of health services at the Tasia Kondege Hospital in Embakasi area, the Nairobi County government has provided medical supplies and an ambulance to the health facilities. Speaking during the event, area MCA Ricardo Nyatika assured Embakasi residents that he will hold talks with the county government to employ more healthcare workers and provide a 24-hour services at the hospital facility. Our very own Gloria Musimbi with more on the story.
In efforts to improve the provision of health services at the Tasia Kondege Hospital in Embakasi area, the Nairobi County government has provided medical supplies and an ambulance to the health facility to facilitate the residents of the informal sector. Speaking at the event, Area Ward MCA Ricardo Nyatika expressed gratitude towards the county government for the provision of pharmaceuticals, health facility commodities, and reclamation of land which will benefit the residents and offer quality health services.
Na sisi tunashukuru governor kabisa kwa sababu ametupea priority. There are so many other facilities. We are around 85 wards. Na amenipatia priority ya maendeleo mingi sana. Ametupea ambulance. Anatupea hii wall, security wall inakuja kuwekwa hapa kuanzia next week. Na tumefukuza wakora hapa. Mimi nataka kushukuru serikali kuu. Hapa Tasia kulikuanga na land grabbing left right. Siku hizi mnaona vijana wa kifensi kweli mahali popote. Si tumepunguza insecurity. Na sasa tuna hapa wakora wenye walikuwa wamechukua hii yote tumefukuza wote. Hata wengine walikuwa wamechukua wameuza hospitali. Kulikuwa na county hospital ilikuwa imejengwa to level ya mita kama 2 mpaka wa mama wetu wafaidike. Hakuna haja mama atoke Tasia mpaka Mama Lucy.
With the increased cases of public land encroachment, Nyantika has reassured the residents that the government has reclaimed sections of land in the area that will be allocated to construction of schools and affordable housing units.
Kuna around 2,500 units zinajengwa. Hata mimi na encourage officers, polisi wetu muweze kununua hata nyinyi hizo manyumba mkae karibu na wananchi. Na naomba mahaslas mjue lazima nitapigania manafasi kadhaa zipatikane za mahaslas kuchukua hizo low cost housing.
On his part, Nairobi County Government Health Official Geoffrey Mosiria noted that the county government has upscaled its effort to improve health facilities, and he mentioned more healthcare workers will also be recruited to offer services at the health facility. While expressing the gratitude towards the Nairobi County government, the residents thanked Embakasi Ward MCA Ricardo Nyantika for fast-tracking provision of improved health facilities.
Mimi ninaona Mungu ametukumbuka. Sababu kwa miaka 17 hatujawahi ona kitu kama ile tumeona siku ya leo. Our ward MCA amefanya pamoja na kushirikiana na serikali yote kwa uchumura. Mimi kama mama nimefurahia zaidi kiwango ya kwamba wamama wajawazito watasaidika. Wagonjwa wasiojiweza watasaidika.
Nyantika also led a tree planting exercise in the hospital environs and urged the area residents to ensure they contribute to global and local reforestation efforts. Embakasi Assistant County Commissioner Walter Katonon has urged Embakasi residents to support the current government by participating in environment programs that will target to plant 3,000 trees at the Embakasi area.
Tuko na miradi pia ya kupanda miti na mnajua rais wetu na pia governor wa eneo hili wana support sana mambo ya climate change. tunatarajia kila wakati, kila wiki tupande miti 3,000 katika sehemu zetu za location na sub-locations.
Gloria Musimbi, Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you so much, Gloria, for that report. Now, Information Communications and Digital Economy CS Eliud Owalo has said that the government is committed to finding a long-term solution to perennial floods in Western Kenya. Speaking in Siaya County while presiding over the distribution of relief supplies to displaced families, CS Owalo said that the solution entails harnessing the excess waters to ensure sustainable food security through irrigation.
We want to ensure that there's sustainable food security. And that's why we are going the route of irrigation. Like in this area, we want to do a major irrigation project along the River Yala Swamp, so that we have got not just adequate food for purposes of subsistence, but also surplus for export to either other countries or even. That is a long-term measure. As far as the floods is concerned, we want to do desilting, so that the water can flow towards the lake as opposed to downwards towards where people are doing what? The families are resident. But we also want to do dikes in some of these areas. When it comes to the major floods in Nyando, we want to ensure as government that we pursue the Korusoin Dam to a logical conclusion, because that Korusoin Dam is going to support or address 3 fundamental issues. 1, we can use that for purposes of power generation. 2, we can use that for purposes of irrigation, so that during drought, we have got adequate water.
Expect the unexpected on the Stars Show. It's forever enough, always enough. Anything goes from singing, dance to gymnastics to mind-blowing art. All you need is a skill and a star quality.
I'm 5 levels in the masqueta.
Make sure it is very straight and clean.
Just remember to join us every Saturday with me, your host, Tamika Arnett.
Hope TV is now available on GoTV Channel 103, Zuku Channel 873, Signet Channel 817, and StarTimes Channel 026. Enjoy our uplifting content and family-friendly programming anytime. Hope TV, you look and live.
Welcome back. Let's get down to business. Ezron Kotut has been appointed as the new managing director for Nzoia Sugar Company. Kotut will serve in an acting capacity after the contract of Crispin Omondi came to an end. Nzoia Sugar Board Chairman Alfred Hangati said that Kotut has been given the mandate due to his vast experience of 25 years in management positions.
Looking at the portion that remains, because when we maintain the factory, we maintain the factory 64%, so there is another around 36% which we need to do in the areas which we do not, non-engineering areas which we do not cover. So I want to assure all of you that Nzoia is in the right path. Once we get enough cane for crushing, which we plead today to our farmers that now that the chairman has said we have increased the prices to 5,300, to give us cane, because we know when cane comes in, then we'll be able to crush it at the optimal levels, and also start reducing the pending bills that we have for this company.
Some of the debts don't deserve to be in our books. For example, the debt which Zoya, money which was borrowed to construct this company, okay, is still in our books. And when we want to borrow money, unaona iko hapa. Deni ya 1977. Wale walinegotiate hiyo deni kwa Ministry of Agriculture, for example, people like Relate Mwankali, kina nani wamekufa. And yet when you read the books of Zoya, that debt is still there. So some of these dates we are talking about writing off, it's a very simple thing, remove them from the books.
And to some sport in action now. 145 junior golfers competed at the 5th leg of the U.S. Kids Golf Spring Local Tour. Held at Thika Sports Club on Sunday, the tournament provided an opportunity for junior golfers aged between 5 and 18 years old to showcase their skills and compete against their peers in an age-appropriate competition. The event was an opportunity for junior golfers to qualify for U.S. Kids Golf International tournaments by earning points for priority status.
We had about 150 junior golfers who enjoyed themselves in the golf course today. It was wonderful interacting with them and their parents also, and also seeing very good performances from the junior golfers. And it was also a great opportunity awarding the winners who really enjoyed the day with us. NCBA Bank is privileged to sponsor these events because we intend to participate in the growth of this particular sport. It's not a very common sport, but we are enjoying participating in the popularization of the sport. And also, the junior golfers that are participating in these tournaments get an opportunity to earn ranking points that gives them an opportunity to participate in international tournaments in future.
Reigning continental champions KCB have continued their preparations for the 2023 African Club Championship, which is expected to take place from the 12th to the 22nd of May in Calabria, Tunisia. The Bankers, who have been perennial participants in the annual competition, successfully defeated North Africa's Al Ahly 3-1 in the final to be crowned the 2022 champions. 25 teams, both men and women, have already confirmed their participation in this year's competition, with record holders Al Ahly also on the list.
Right now, the morale in the camp is very high. Players are psyched up and ready for the championship coming next week. So I can say we are very much prepared. We've been training all through. We have worked on all our weak areas, and we know that you are ready as a team. I know that you are going to face a lot of competition. Being the defending champions, each and every team will come wanting to put us down. But for us as a team, we're also prepared for them. We are not focusing on the past, like we are champions. That is the past. We have to reclaim it this year again. We have to win and defend our title. So we are very much prepared as a team, just as I said. Each and every individual is working on their weak areas, and even as a team generally, we are working on our weak areas. And I can assure you that we are going to do better.
Seriously, we have taken the training from 3 weeks ago, specifically for Africa. And I want to say that the team is ready for Africa Club Championship. We have a little bit of pressure, but not that much, because we know what we are going to do in Tunisia. We have been there before. This is not the first time. And I believe pressure will not be that too much for us. But every team is wanting to beat KCB, to meet KCB. So it will be like a litmus paper for testing the championship.
Moving on, Henry Onyango's second half strike was enough for KCB-FC to seal a 1-0 win against Posta Rangers in the FKF Premier League action. With the win, the Bankers retained their 4th place in the log standings, accumulating 53 points after 29 matches played so far. Posta Rangers were the better side in the first half, but the lack of confidence and poor finishing in the final third came to haunt them after Onyango's solitary strike in the second half of the match.
I'm very happy for the boys, because this was our 4th match without a win, and we have managed to get a win today. The match was tough. It was going to be tough, but tactically we were superior, especially after scoring the goal. We controlled the game very well, and I'm happy for the boys. Congrats to them. I think it's a relief for us as teams, because now we are playing after 5 or 6 days. So that one is easy for you to plan, and then you give your players also enough time to recover from the fatigue.